Hold on. I want to before because he's been sitting on hold for a minute. I'm going to grab Curious George and we'll come back to
Oh, I was
some of
about to
that
say
gaming
F1.
stuff. Come back to some of that gaming stuff too. No, it's actually Curious George. No F1 tonight. Well, no laundry calls. Curious George, you're on another dumb show. What's up, dude?
Good evening, guys. How are you?
I'm good. How are
What's up,
you?
CG?
I'm doing good. So I got a question and a request, if that's okay.
Lay it
So,
on me.
well, first off, country Chris, congratulations on your marriage, dude. I'm very happy for you. And the question I have is, now, Dumb, you're a very honest guy, very unfiltered, and I was hoping I'd get an answer from both you and Mikey on this one.
Okay. All right.
Dumb, what is one thing that you think that you would like to change about Mikey, or some one thing that kind of bugs you about Mikey? And Mikey, the other way around for you, what's one thing that really kind of bugs you about Dumb, or something you would like to change about Dumb?
Trying to think. I'm thankful to have Mikey, so it's hard to. I don't like really have much to. I wasn't too thrilled about the slip up. I would say
I'd like Mikey to stay awake for a full fucking episode.
Yeah, that probably I'd say is what bugs me when that happens. But outside of that, I'd like it'd be cool like if you see something like something on Instagram and stuff, and he's good about this, but it'd be cool to get that posted in there. Like if he sees something, a video or something.
I am so bad about fucking
It's okay
sharing
because
shit to
I'm
Troll.
bad about. Dude, I look at Instagram and I do the same thing. I go, oh, that's cool, and then I scroll right past it, and then later on I go, what was that thing I saw on Instagram? So I do the
Most
same
of the
shit.
shit like I watch is like food porn. Like I watched this thing earlier today, dude. It was about a butter candle that somebody made. And
Oh,
they put
dude.
a butter candle in the middle of a fucking loaf of bread, and I was
I'm
like,
making
"What the
this.
fuck? I need this."
This is 100% something I'm gonna do. In fact,
So you saw it
I
too.
don't know if I pulled that video. I may not have pulled that video, but I think it actually came in while I was on break because B1 showed it to me, and I was like, oh, I'm making that because that looks awesome. So I'll find that maybe later on because I know she did DM
I
it
have
to me.
it.
So
I'll send it to you. I got
okay,
it.
perfect. So we'll play that. Maybe we'll do that during the video dump during the after show today because
I'd
we are
save
going to
that
do.
like I'd save a porno. That's for sure.
We are going to do an after show today, by the way. Monday Night Football watch party. We'll see how much Mikey we get because the Vikings are playing. So it's going to be a lot of screaming. So have your headphones turned down. So it could be good screaming.
We about to get canceled tonight.
Good screaming or bad screaming. So I don't know. That's what the after shows are for, though. You can say whatever the fuck you want. So George. Mikey. Anything that bugs you about me? You could be honest.
No, man. No, I'd absolutely be honest.
Drinking egregiously in front of you?
No, you don't. No drinking egregiously. You don't have any bad habits that really bother me. And it's more of like I think it's like the same thing that any friends want for each other. They want, to see their friends value themselves a little bit more, maybe in like relationships and stuff like that. And
I have a very
just
low,
have more like self-confidence.
Yeah, a very low opinion of myself, no matter what. So
yeah, and I've got a very high opinion on you. I've always kind of looked up to you since I met you. So it's
well, thank you.
Always one of them things where you want the best for your homeboys.
Right on. Well, I like that answer. That's a good answer. Good answer. Very diplomatic. I like it. No, I'm kidding. George, okay, I believe you said you had a request as well. Were those satisfactory answers?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Those are great. That's what I wanted. It's just honest answer from both you guys, and I got it. So thank you. But it's a request. Of course you can shoot it down if you want. I never ask anything from you, and if you could just play the chorus of Drew's song one more time, so I could sing it over and over. His, Drew's song about
vegetables, water, milk, tea.
There it is. Meat, vegetables, water, milk, tea.
Thanks, Dom. Thanks, guys.
I will. I promise you guys, I'm going to cut that up and post it as a highlight clip. I was going to do that over the break, but like I said, I didn't do shit. So, George, I appreciate the call, my friend. I'm glad to hear you laugh. One more time for you.
Vegetables, water, milk, tea.
Isn't that great? I love it.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, George. Glory, by the way. I forgot to give George his glory. So, and thanks again to Drew for making that. That was very fun. So, yeah, I was talking about, so didn't do shit. during the break, except did a ton of gaming. Got Modern Warfare 3, did a lot of that. The boys and I played together. In fact, we did a run with Pat Wooey, one of the league members. And I told you, Pat, those kids can fucking game. Those kids can run. I'm terrible. Pat's, I think, a little better than me. He's used to doing hardcore, so we was doing team deathmatch with us.
Oh, he's a hardcore guy?
Yeah, he does hardcore. He was.
My God, Wooey, we got to get together and play, especially on these maps that I still have memorized. Oh.
Yeah, he was doing good on team deathmatch. I think he was getting frustrated because you got to shoot about a zillion bullets into people to get it killed in this Modern Warfare 3.
Oh, he's not playing hardcore. There you go.
No, yeah, he was playing.
If you
playing
go
team
from
deathmatch
hardcore back to normal, it is so fucking impossible because you're used to it being like 3 to 5 hit markers and they're done. You're letting off the trigger so early every time and moving on to the next guy and just getting dropped.
And I think that is happening to me because I swear you have to hold it down longer in this one than you did in Modern Warfare 2. I could be wrong.
You were saying that last time. I'm still waiting to download it. I wanted to finish Ghost of Tsushima because I know as soon as I get Call of Duty, it's like being back on the stem. I'm going to be running fucking 4 or 5 hours a night in Call of Duty. I'm going to get blocked from talking on live again. Well, it's going to not be good.
That's what I got. Yeah, the kids, Pat Louie said the kids are fire. The kids are badass. I mean, I think Shay at one, I think he got 47 kills in one of them or something outrageous like that. Yeah, I mean, they were running high 20s on average. I mean, they were like, We're talking like 3 or 4 kill to death ratios, 2 just outrageous numbers. They're so fucking good. And they're so funny because they know that they're way better than me and I just am fucking holding their team back. And they just literally go, and I go, sorry guys, I'm just terrible at this. And they're like, oh, it's okay, Dad. And they just play it off all cool. Then we play Madden, and I beat the shit. Story. I beat the shit out of Shay is what happens. No, we actually had some really good grudge matches. We did like a best out of 5. I was the Chiefs, he was the Ravens, and I think I ended up winning the grudge match. I can't remember because we had one game that we had a Madden glitch happen where I threw a pass down the sidelines. The guy caught it and then tripped up, and when he fell, he put his hand down but didn't fall. He put his hand down and then got up, but he put his hand right out of bounds, and they didn't call him out of bounds. So I ended up winning the game because of it, and I was like, we can't win. That can't count.
Sounds like the officiating from that Bills-Eagles game yesterday.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about all the football this weekend on the after show. There was a fucking, weekend, the past however many days. There's so much football to talk about. Speaking of that, football and Thanksgiving, I had a wonderful Thanksgiving over at my uncle's house. Thank you, Uncle Kevin and Aunt Mary. Got to see most of my family there. So that was really nice. When I was a kid, there was a time period where my family didn't, we wouldn't all get together. I don't know if there was like a rift in the family or whatever, but it just like so many of them lived on different parts of the country. So we wouldn't all see each other all the time. So it's nice as I've gotten older, all the brothers and sisters, and my dad has. Yeah, my dad's from a family of 6, so they all start, they're all getting older, I think, and so they realize the importance of family. So we spend a lot more time together in big groups, and it was just really nice. We had a really great time. Could not believe the football game. I walked into the door expecting to see the Lions whooping the shit out of the Packers, and as Mikey said, the Lions will lion. It was really bad, really bad. Then we got back from the Thanksgiving, got back from my uncle's house, came home, and we started, we decorated. I think you guys saw during the break.
Yeah. What is this green screen or what is this image you found online to post?
Yeah, this is what we put. Oh shit, that's not what I was going for. My bad. I was trying to show you guys this. We decorated our little the little thing under the TV with all of our Christmas stuff. We put the tree up there in the corner. I had to move my light, so tomorrow I think I'm going to put some garland around that tree stem or that light stand to make that look a little bit festive because it looked kind of stupid there in the middle of it. But yeah, we have a theme here. As you can see, it's the fresh Christmas trees and the old red truck that carries them around. It's a common theme that's It's another dumb show. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another dumb show. Welcome to issue number 142. Thank you guys all for joining us this evening. I hope you guys are having a great day so far. I hope everything went great for you at work today. If you did work and all that crap, if you had to go somewhere and deal with all this shitty weather, I am sorry for you that you had to deal with that. That sucks. But welcome. Hopefully you'll be able to decompress with us tonight, get rid of all the drama that you had to deal with at work and all that stuff, and just sit back and chill with us here on another dumb show. Well, maybe just chill with me here this evening. I believe Mikey is also out stuck in this bad traffic. He's dealing with all kinds of snow, all that kind of stuff. So I don't know when Mikey's going to make it on. Excuse me. As you guys could see, I was partaking right before the show. I didn't get the chance to finish that, so I'll probably hit that here again in a second. But I hope you guys, I want to welcome everybody in the League of Dummies. Thank you guys all for being here. I wouldn't be here without you guys, so thank you guys all for your support. You can always call the show, 844-HIT-DUMB, 844-448-3862. And if you don't already follow the show on Instagram or X, you can do that at Another Dumb Show. And like I said, Mikey, I don't know if Mikey's going to make it here tonight. Well, I think he said he would make it. I just don't know when he's going to make it. I think he said he's going to be late. So, speaking of the League of Dummies, I do want to give a shout out. I think I missed yesterday, and I see there's some kerfuffle about it because I didn't mention whoever was first yesterday. I see Nugget Man is upset, so I don't know if that means he was first yesterday, but Brap was first today as usual. Usually he's first. I must have missed, like I said, missed whoever it was yesterday. So I apologize for that. But I'll try to stick with it, but because I owe you guys, and I wouldn't be here without you guys. And of course, if you are not already a member of the League of Dummies, it's easy to become one. And it's really one of the best ways, really the only way, outside of watching another dumb show to help support another dumb show, other than sharing the videos and telling everybody about the show and liking and subscribing and all that good stuff. The best way to help make sure that another dumb show will stay up and running for a long time to come is to join and become a member and help support the show financially. So I ask for you guys to go ahead and hit that join button. There are 3 different tiers. The first tier is the official League of Dummies. That gets you access to the chat. You'll become an official League of Dummies members, and you get priority in when I read your messages and all that good stuff. And you have access to all the emotes and the emojis that we have in there, all that fun stuff. That's the first tier. That's $1.99 a month. Second tier is $2.99 a month. If you don't already have access to the members-only shows and you wonder what goes on there, we had a lot of fun last night in our Monday Night Football watch party. We'd love to have you guys join us. It's $2.99 a month. Become a Super League of Dummy members. That's the second tier available for you guys. Once you guys join that, you'll have access to everything that the lower tier level gives you, tier 1. And then tier 2 gets you, like I said, membership access. And you'll be able to come and watch all those members-only shows that we usually do every Monday night, Thursday night, and then sometimes I even pop some on the weekend. And of course, the final tier, I forgot to do all these. That was for that first official tier 1. That's for tier 2, Super League of Dummies. And of course, tier 3, Team Dumb Ultimate Fans. That's $9.99 a month. That is the ultimate way to help support another Dumb Show and prove what a huge Team Dumb fan or member you are. So I hopefully will see all of you guys in there. If you're not already a member, hope to have you guys join. And of course, if you don't have your gifts enabled, make sure you take a second. Use that same button, you hit that join button. But instead of actually joining, you can, well, I'd love for you to join anyway. But if you're tight on cash or whatever, and you're hoping that somebody, because the League of Dummies, they love to hand out memberships to each other. So if you do have your gifts enabled and you're in the chat, they'll be able to find you and get you a gift. So just hit the join button, hit the 3 dots at the top, enable gifts, and you'll be good to go. And you can maybe actually end up getting a free membership from one of our sweet, awesome members that we have here. Super fan donation from Brap. I want to give him a little bit of love. He said, here's for B4. She was first yesterday. So, okay, love for B4. Thank you for being first yesterday. I appreciate it. Like I said, speaking of League of Dummies, I have an email here. And what is all that noise? What is this beeping noises? Like there's some sort of update happening on my weird computer noises happening. I don't know what the hell that is. Anyway, oh, my email. That's what I was talking about. I got an email here this is from Becky. Now, Becky emailed me this a little while back. She called into the show about this. She called into the show about this a little while back. Oh, why is this doing this? Sorry, I'm having trouble opening this video right now that I'm talking about. Becky called into the show a while back talking about her an incident that she had at her house with and Becky, like I said, is a member of the League of Dummies. She had an incident in her house where these people showed up and they started shooting up at her house. And she said that she sent the video of it, but it is video of a phone playing the video. So it's a little weird, little hard to see. Probably could have got the person holding the phone to just share it directly, but hey, this works. I'll take it. But anyway, Becky told a story about her neighbors, and I don't know really exactly what the dispute was or what caused all of it, but there was we'll just play the video here. So here is the video Becky was talking about a while back where she had an incident where a neighbor came by and started shooting at their house and their cars. Here it is. Oh, sorry, I didn't even realize that. So somebody's, so really forget all that noise because there's no sound to it anyway, so it's just the sound of their TV. But you can see it looks like I'm not a gun guy, so I'm not exactly sure. But here, I'm going to rewind it back to the beginning. So they hit play. You're watching way off in the distance. You can see that person walking up at the top there. They're walking past some cars. It seems to be them walking past the houses, and then they stop, point what looks to be, I'm assuming that's like some sort of flashlight or laser, maybe, points it at the house, and you could see it point on the ground right there. So maybe it is a laser. See how it pops up between the two cars right there? So it looks like they're pointing it, and then you see it start flying around. Now, I don't know if this is when the bullets start flying. It's a little hard to tell because there's no sound. But I'm assuming that's when the bullets start flying because there's all kinds of crap going up in the air at that point. So I'm assuming this is where the bullets are flying at her house and shooting out the car. I'm hoping to see like a window break or something. So, well, I don't want that window to get broken or whatever. But so that was it. So there's the video that she called in and talked about just some. I can't remember what the actual beef was about though. I wish I remember what the beef was over. I don't remember, but anyway, there you go. There's the video Becky she sent in, and it was not the greatest video, but hey, you know what? We talked about it. She said she was going to send it, so there it is. So hey, paying it off, baby. Want to give a shout out to Secret ADS Mod. She is a Team Dumb Ultimate fan, one of the biggest fans of another Dumb Show. So thank you very much, Secret ADS Mod. Appreciate you so much. let's see here. Speaking of fans, I do have an email here. This is from Crooked Orchids. She wants to let me know that she's got a friend that's got a company that does printing. So she gave me the person's name, said me to tell him that she sent me. So speaking of the merch, no announcements yet. I got to be honest with you guys. I'm so damn indecisive and picky. I'm just having a hard time making a final decision on what I want to do. And I just can't. I can't make a fucking decision about it. I really can't. And I don't want to put stuff for voting because if I like one, I don't want to blow the next one wad for because I got a couple different ones that I'm working on. So if I pick one and then I decide maybe the second or third different option might be good for another shirt another time or something, then I'll do that. So that's why I'm not I don't want to put it up for a poll to pick one. I just need to make a decision. I'm really bad about making decisions, but I will get something put together and out eventually. I just can't make a decision on it. And I'm too picky, and I change my mind a bunch of stuff. I mean, the logo shirts and Captain Content shirts, those were obvious and easy. These other ones, and there was really no tinkering that needed to be done with those much. Just pick the colors and lay them in there, and that's it. These other ones, there's a lot of tinkering I'm trying to do and trying to get them, just where I want them, and I can't make a decision which one in the end I want. So, but hey, if you have any ideas too, maybe it'll spark a little bit of creativity in me too, or make a decision, help me make a decision. You can always email me, Another Dumb Show. Email your ideas for merch, not just what you want to, a mug or whatever, what you'd like to see on a shirt or a mug or whatever. Email those to anotherdumbshow@gmail.com. Now, I just mentioned, it looks like our main man's here. What's up, dude? How are you?
What up? How you doing?
Did you make it through the storm?
Dude, it's wild out here, bro.
Is it bad? You guys get the bad weather still?
Yeah, dude. Certain parts of the county, there's nothing.
Yeah.
Didn't snow at all. And then I get back to my town, and we got a good 3 inches. I mean, a good ground covering.
Oh, that's all you guys got? We got 8 inches of snow overnight here.
South of Buffalo, they got 18 inches or 2 feet.
Okay. Yeah, it was a lot. I don't know what we have this thing called the snow belt here.
Yeah, that's South Buffalo here. It's right at the end of one of the Finger Lakes. And that's just where the lake effect snow just comes rolling off the lake and just pounds people.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happens here in the snow belt. I don't know how they got hit today. I didn't actually, because I grew up out in the snow belt. That's where Chagrin Falls is. It's on the edge of it. So we used to get pounded out there all the time with we'd get 2 feet of snow sometimes. It was insane.
Oh, yeah. Last winter, Buffalo got 90 inches in 3 days or 2 days.
Oh, yeah. Buffalo always gets they seem to have it the worst, I'd say. I mean, there's times where
it's either Buffalo or Syracuse are the 2 snowiest cities in the United States.
Are they really officially?
Yeah.
That's a stat? That makes sense because it does seem like Buffalo is always. Now, is their new football stadium, a dome? Or do they do it open?
Nope. No, it's open. And get this, the capacity is 15,000, 20,000 less.
Why would they do that?
So now, all the people that have had season tickets forever.
Yeah.
Some of them, I think it's I can't remember the number exactly, but there's a few thousand people that are now going to be without season tickets. And they're going to go into a lottery and just random.
So, I don't know how that works here if we have a lottery or something like that too. I don't remember. Season tickets are too expensive
There's a waiting list for Minnesota. I got a buddy of mine that's going to be going to an auction for a pair of them in the spring, I think.
Why wouldn't they just sell as many season tickets as they can? If people want to come to every single game, why wouldn't they just let people come to every single game? Doesn't make any sense.
I have no idea. I figure they should max out with season tickets. You know what I'm saying?
Do they make? Oh, they must make more off of the individual tickets that get sold.
Of course they do.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Okay. I don't. So I've never bought season tickets. I just see the number for it and go, you out of your fucking mind. I love football and I love the Browns, but I love being able to pay bills a lot more.
Hey, About what you were just talking about before you came over to me. Why don't you send me what you're thinking about, and I'll give you my opinion on the merch.
Oh,
I
that's a
haven't
good
even
idea.
seen none of it yet.
That's a good idea. I didn't even consider that. That probably would make sense.
I'm just a little part of the show.
Yeah, that would probably make sense. Yeah, I didn't even consider that. No, good call. I will do that. What a dipshit I am.
No, not a dipshit.
Oh yeah, going back to an email too. So yeah, I will send you some of those and check them out and tell me what you think. But also Crooked Orchids, I wanted to bring up too. And I know I'm going heavy on a lot of chat stuff today. So if you're not in the chat, if you're not a league person, I apologize. But this is interesting and you might find it.
And before the chat wants to get all huffy and puffy, I know that my fucking eye looks like it's going to close and there's a giant bag under it, okay? It's a long day at work today. I'm stressed.
Are they already giving you a hard time in there?
No, I
It's been
just
10
know they
seconds.
are because I'm looking at my eyes right now and I can see that there's a little extra wrinkle under this one, and this one's a little bit more closed than the other one. And usually that means, like, Mikey's all fucked up. Mikey needs to be drug tested.
Well, look, we don't have to do any drug tests tonight. I would never ever drug test anybody anyway. That's not my style. I'm not a drug testing kind of guy. The only drug tests I believe in are taste tests. That's what I used to say.
Yeah.
That's what was my big burn when I was a stoner. Well, I'm still a stoner, but when I was anti the man and all that stuff. That's what I used to say. You want to piss test? I'll give you a taste test then. Such a burn. So I mentioned Crooked Orchids and the chat stuff, and it's actually. Have you been in our Discord lately, Mikey?
Bro, I'm in there every day.
So I go in there. I get all the notifications for it. I don't really necessarily check everything. I kind of see it'll kind of give me a half notification of what's being said and stuff. And if you're not in our Discord, there's the link. You can scan that to join the Discord. Here, I'll make it actually bigger in a little bit there, so I'm in the middle. So that's where the conversation about the show continues after the show when we're not live. A lot of the league members are in there. I go in there. Mikey goes in there. Now, one of the league members, I mentioned her name, Crooked Orchids, there's a not safe for work section in the Discord. Now, I got to be honest with you. I had not gone in this yet. I thought it was...
Really?
Yeah, yesterday was the first time I went in this thing.
Oh. Between KO and Average Savage, bro, the last few days have been fire.
Well, that's what I was a little surprised to see. So if you go to the Discord and you go to that not safe for work section, you're going to find yourself some some nudes. You're going to see some boobs. You're going to see some butts. So hey, congratulations to them. I don't know. Pardon me, bro, my nose there. I think I'm calming down with something officially. My mom's got it. B1's got it. I think I'm officially.
Michelle.
She called off work.
Creepy Michelle.
Nah, this is just a cold.
Write this down.
Write
this
one
down.
Doesn't need
this
to be
is
written
starting.
down.
It's starting as a cold. By next week, it'll be pneumonia with a double lung infection.
No, let's not go there. No, I just stopped working. I needed to enjoy being, DJing working at least. So, anyway, what the hell was I just talking? Oh yeah,
Not
so the
safe for
Discord.
work, Crooked Orchid, Average Savage.
So I was wondering, are these girls both on a spicy site, and that's why they're doing this, hoping to drive people to go to their spicy site?
I don't believe either one of them are on a spicy site or anything like that. I know KO is Crooked Orchid is married.
I know that because I know
And,
she's
like,
talked to me about her
she's-
husband's been sick and they've been going through a lot of stuff.
And she talks about, like, her husband knows that she posts all these pictures and everything like that. And believe it or not, like, she posted an application in NSFW the other day looking for another guy because her husband wants to hotwife him. Hotwife her.
So is that cuck? Is that the new term for cucking? What is
believe
hot
so.
work?
I didn't
Or
even
is this
look it up.
just
But I
double
was
teaming?
like, I was reading the Discord and I was like, what the fuck is going on?
So I don't know if that just means he's a cuck situation or if it's they're
They
going to
were
double
looking for a-
teamer.
It might have looked like, I don't know if she was looking for another couple or just another guy or what, but it got a little wild in there.
Wow.
This was on Thanksgiving too.
Yeah, I did. I did notice that it was interesting timing. It seemed like as though everybody. Now I wonder why. What made me think of it is why I wonder why B1 hasn't taken advantage of that. Why she hasn't gone in the Discord, and I don't expect her to drop nudes or whatever, but why not at least? Why aren't these girls? So if they're, I'm confused about why they're doing it if they're not like promoting a spicy site. Like
It's more of like because Amanda posts a lot of pictures in there as well from her spicy site.
Yeah. Okay. So
and then I think Crooked Orchid is just a little bit of an exhibitionist. I think she just likes sharing her body like that.
Okay, that's fine. I appreciate it. I think there's nothing wrong with that, and it's not
and then Average Savage comes out of the blue last night and posts a couple nudes and just knocked my socks off, bro.
So all right. So you're getting deep into these now. I went in there and went okay. I was more. I'll be honest with you. I was confused. I was very confused about why they were posting the nudes in there, and then that's why I asked.
It started with a you show me yours, or I'll show you mine if you show me yours type of deal.
Yeah, I
and
know.
It all started with Amanda posting pictures, and then Crooked jumped on, and then it turned into a game, and then a bunch of guys said they posted pictures of their dick, but they just took stock pictures from the internet of big dicks.
Good job, guys. Smart move. Crooked Orchids, she answered. She had, I was drunk as fuck having fun. All right, well, there you go. Brap says I should make a t-shirt that says dumb cheated on B1 with KO in Cleveland. Super clever and original.
That was horrible.
I just, guys, you got to be able to move on past the shit. Got to be able to fucking come up with new shit.
Oh, well, I was just going to say, like, if you're going to do it, like, make it more original a little bit. Like, that was a really long walk to get to that joke.
That's what I'm saying, too. It's like, if we're going to, like, everything's not a thing. Just because I looked at the pictures and B1 got mad the one time. Everything's not a thing, guys.
Wait, what literally happened? She got mad at you for what?
When I showed Crooked Orchid's butt on there when she voted, that was a 30-second thing that was gone by the next day, and we've moved on, and you guys can't move on past it. It's insane. It's insane. It's so weird. You guys got to learn to let stuff go a little bit. Not everything is a thing. Sometimes things are things. Sometimes they're not.
You got to realize with this chat on this channel, bro, everything is a thing.
It's so crazy. Like the obsession with the polo now. There's a whole thing about what hoodie or polo I'll wear before the show starts. I don't understand.
Is he rocking with the gray or the blue? Who wants to vote?
It's just so strange to me. I mean, am I some sort of fashion plate here that we're am I setting trends? And somebody claimed, by the way, I keep if I see this described as a quarter zip one more fucking time, I will lose my fucking mind. No, it's a fucking full zip. I don't fuck around with quarter zips. I'm not Peyton Manning. So fuck off. I don't wear quarter zips. I'm not 75 years old. It's a full zip, motherfucking sweet jacket. And yes, it is a house sweater that you wear outside. I did say that.
Everything that you have for like, my house shoes are like grocery store shoes. I wear my little Ugg slippers everywhere in the wintertime.
No, I don't. This actually is like what I would only wear this out with like nice outfits with like a button down or whatever.
Yeah, that looks nice with a nice little, you wear a shirt and tie or something underneath that would look nice.
That's what I would wear it for.
And I just bought some Crocs with some furry insides. I cannot wait to wear them, bro.
Why, dude? What are they? Because
my other Crocs, dude, they're like convertibles right now, bro. They're starting to get a little cold on the tootsies when I go outside in them.
The back end of your foot's always going to be cold, though. They're Crocs.
Yeah, that's fine.
As long as your toes are good.
I've got work boots, work shoes, a pair of bright purple Air Pegasus from 2 years ago that I just wear on Sundays, and that's all the footwear I own right now. Everything else is Crocs.
I got to get some Some boots. I went outside today. Nikes got cold. I gotta go ahead and get some boots at this point. It's a
Boots, what? Just for, like to wear during the wintertime, or just for when you're shoveling?
no, like winter boots, just like because I need something just to
Oh,
keep my.
I was about to
keep
say,
my
get
feet
some,
warm. I'm not getting fuzzy
get some like
Crocs. I'll
muck
tell you
boots.
that. No, I've seen those. I'm not in all that. I can't do that. My dad made me when I was a kid. My dad used to make me put those stupid rubber things over my shoes before I'd leave the house, because he would buy me new shoes. And then he'd be like, "You're not gonna ruin them in the wintertime, and I know you won't like wearing." And they wouldn't let me get the moon boots that all the kids were wearing back in the '80s. Those big puffy
Yep.
moon boots. They just wouldn't let me
Yeah,
get
the
them.
the Velcro on the side.
They were the best. They're, bubbly and shit. And they wouldn't get those for me because they're not waterproof. And I would like, well, but I would just not ruin my tennis shoes then. They're like, but you'll ruin those. Like, that's the point of boots. No.
Oh, dude,
We'll
it was
buy
so
you the-
funny when we were kids, dude. Like trying to like sneak out of the house in the fresh shoes. Like, nah, those aren't play shoes.
Oh, but that's the thing. Because I was always doing that. Do you know what I'm talking about with those rubber
I know the
stretchy
rubbers.
things?
I used to watch my grandfather struggle to put them on. He'd slap, and it would fucking
They're not-
snap into place.
Yeah, they're not made for tennis shoes. They're made for dress shoes. And
Yep.
so I'm trying to
But they'll fit. They'll fit over dress shoes. Or
But they're all
tennis shoes.
They're all the bottom of tennis shoes are grip. It's the whole opposite of they're grippy, so you can't put them on. I would struggle with those fucking things, and then I'd show up to school. It looked like the biggest fucking tool in the world. Have to peel them
man,
off
you
by
were-
my locker.
Were you walking to school, or you get dropped off at school, or you'd have to get off the bus with those things on?
A little bit of all of it where I lived.
I was about to say, because if you're on a bus, bro, you take them things off as soon as you get on the bus and stuff them in your backpack.
Although when I was little, this was all bus stuff, and so no, I didn't do that on the bus because I was too busy trying to get into trouble on the bus. The bus for me was, I was a monster on the bus.
Let's hear it.
I love it.
Let's share bus stories, because
Oh.
my bus driver in the 8th grade became the bus driver of the year because she wrote us up so many times. Her name was Patty. And we used to call her the seat Nazi because she wouldn't let us sit anywhere. And like if you got really bad and stuff like that, you'd have to sit right behind her and keep your nose on the window, touching the window for the whole ride there. Couldn't turn around, couldn't look at your friends, couldn't talk. And then I got written up for putting gum in her hair, a bunch of different stuff. One of the guys tried to beat her up. And then here's the funny part. 5 years ago, I walk into an AA meeting and I run into her in an AA meeting. And she apologizes to me for torturing me when I was a child because she was driving the bus drunk.
Are you fucking kidding? Holy shit! That's crazy.
Yeah,
Wow,
dude.
what a crazy story. So what did you say to her when that happened? You were like, wait a minute, you drove me around fucking drunk? Or did you just laugh it off with her?
No, I laughed it off. I said, you're the one that turned me into an alcoholic. I got PTSD from my face smashing on the window when I was a kid. So then I drank.
That's crazy. What a fucking crazy story. I ended up having, now we all got in trouble. I don't have anything, I don't think I can top that. I mean, we just got in normal kid stuff trouble. Like I remember one time we were flicking off the car behind us. They followed us to school. And then like, I'll never.
After the 8th grade, I wasn't allowed to use school transportation ever again.
Because you're just so bad on the bus and everything?
Yeah, I was banned for the last 4 years.
Yeah, no, that was about it. That was, so I just remember all our bus ladies were big fat ladies. They're always mean.
Yeah, this lady was huge.
I ended up having to always go sit behind them too, because I was always either fighting somebody or causing trouble in the back. Just all the stuff that kids do on buses. So, Secret ADS Mod says, do you remember putting Wonder Bread bags on your feet before boots?
Hell yeah. I
Of
was
course.
just about to bring that up. That's
course.
like before football practice and stuff like that, so my socks wouldn't get wet during football practice.
We used the newspaper. We'd get the newspaper delivered,
Yep.
and we used those newspaper things for it.
Works just as good as the Wonder Bread bag. It needs to be the skinny bag so they go up a little bit higher.
I actually didn't care. I was actually I was just when I was a kid. I played football. I'm getting wet. I'm going to be rolling around in the mud anyway. So I think I did that twice and said this is a dumb idea.
I hated squishy socks, dude. There's no worse feeling in the world than that. Oh man, it gives me the EBGBs.
F1 Frank, speaking of heebie-jeebies, you're on another dumb show. What's up, dude?
What's up, Dom?
How are you, bro?
I had a bunch of stuff I was going to tell you about, but then you started talking about being a badass on the bus. What's up, Mikey?
What's up, F1?
What do you...
We took a tape measure and broke it up into a bunch of little tiny squares and stuck them in the top of the leather seat. You know what I mean? The seats were like fake leather.
They're fake
or
leather. You used to be able to light a
vinyl.
lighter and melt the leather or melt the vinyl so you make a little happy face with a lighter.
I remember that.
Then we would fling them with our fingers. All those little tiny pieces of the tape measure, we'd fling them at the back of the bus driver's head.
Aren't those sharp?
Yes.
Jesus.
It was so stupid.
That's so bad. That's awful.
Oh, she got so mad. We got in trouble for that one.
Right on. Okay.
We stole like I don't know, 30, 40, whatever, music books out of the music room. And we just, on the way home on the bus, just started throwing them out the bus window.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I think one of the things I got in trouble for was throwing stuff out of the bus. I think we threw somebody's books out. One of the nerds, we threw all their books out. So, Frank, how was your
Go
ahead.
It might be a little bit different. Like, my bus ride was like an hour long. How long was your bus ride?
Oh, not even. I mean, we're talking 15 minutes, 20
minutes.
minutes. Yeah, well, you know what? I take that back. No, before I moved to Chagrin, when I lived in a little place called Aurora, there was, I had a pretty long bus ride, actually. I had a good 20-some minute bus ride or whatever. So it was 20 minutes there and 20 minutes back. So, I mean, yeah, I was actually, I did have long bus rides. That's probably why I got in so much damn trouble, now that I think about it, because there was so much time. My favorite thing ever that happened on a bus was when I tricked a kid who fell asleep into thinking that we passed his bus stop. And he stood up, Mikey. I'll never forget this to this day. It was one of the funniest moments of my childhood. This guy named Bert, Bert or Bart, I can't remember. And it was one of those kids where you kind of liked him, but he was just pick-onable. Just for whatever reason, he was just one of those kids who was kind of, you liked him, but he just was kind of a dick sometimes. So you're like, you know what? I don't feel bad kind of picking on you.
He's just asking to get bullied.
A little bit. It was one of those kind of kids. Yeah. And I wasn't particularly a bully, but if there was a mark, they're going to get marked. I just will never forget. He's passed out on the bus, sound asleep, his head on the window. And I wake him up real quick and I'm like, Bart, we just passed your stop, dude. And this fucking kid stands straight up, puts his hands out to the side, and goes, he literally threw his hands out to the side and goes, "Stop this bus!" He didn't even look around to see where we were, what we were doing, nothing. He just screamed at the top of his lungs. The bus driver slams on the brakes, and I'm fucking dying. And everybody else around me we're just fucking dying. And the bus driver just stops and turns around and starts screaming at him. Said, "What the fuck are you doing?" Or no, not what the fuck are you doing. What the heck are you doing? And then made him sit down and stuff. And we laughed and laughed and laughed. And we weren't even near his stop at that point. So it was great. There's our bus fun story. F1 Frank, what did you do over the holidays? How was your turkey day?
I didn't do anything, man. I made some Italian sausages with green peppers and yellow peppers and onions, and that's about it.
Okay. No turkey.
I don't do turkey. Nah.
Why not?
Not really interested in turkey.
Oh, you're just not into it. Okay.
Doesn't taste good.
Oh, all right.
Turkey tastes. I mean,
I was about to say, if it's cooked
I
good,
had
it
to eat
tastes good.
turkey to live, I would eat turkey, but
If you had a choice, you
mean,
don't prefer it.
like-
All right, that's all right. I've heard other people say this too. It's not the craziest thing I've ever heard. All right. Well, did you spend it by yourself?
Yes, all my family's dead or moved around and gone. So
I'll be damned. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. I didn't know if you ended up back with one of your other honeys that you tell us about all the time. So
no, there was only that one, and I don't feel comfortable like going to friends' houses when they're doing their family thing, and I'm just like
yeah, that's weird.
Not
You don't
the
want to be
family,
the
so-
weird. Yeah, you don't want to be the weird uncle that shows up, or the weird guy
Yeah.
that shows up who doesn't have family. But you know what? Might be better than sitting home by yourself. Not gonna lie. It might be a little weird at first, but in the end,
I
you know, it might not be bad.
I didn't have that. It was just another day to me. Just like
Oh,
Christmas or Easter. Or,
I'm sorry to hear that.
really, the only difference is I don't have to go to work. You know.
Fair enough. I understand
That's
that.
the only difference.
That's true. That's
You
true.
crack a Four Loko a little bit earlier.
That's true.
No, not on those days. I only drink Four Locos on the days I got to work.
That makes sense. Yeah.
What do you do on your
I
days off?
challenge
then?
Mikey to a Four Loco drink off.
Well, Mikey's sober.
I'll drink you under a table, Frank. I'll
Aw,
drink till I'm
damn.
fucking homeless, bro.
I guarantee you wouldn't. I guarantee you'd lose that bet. I bet you my entire life savings.
No, Frank. See, you're still functioning.
I'll bet that
Mikey.
fucking 25 cents.
Yeah, Frank. No, you're functioning. Mikey, when he gets to be drinking, he's a non-functioning alcoholic. That's the problem. He turns into a like you said, he'll drink himself
I mean,
homeless.
at
You're
some
paying your
point,
bills
you
and
stop being functioning. At some point, once you're at like 20, 30 beers, you're not functioning anymore.
God, that sounds like such a waste of calories. Jesus Christ. I can just drink a pint of vodka and get
Oh,
to
it
20
is,
beers. Gets
dude.
me.
It is. That's the bad part about it. Yeah, the calories. Oh,
oof, that
they
sounds
don't
terrible.
go away. They're hard to make them go away.
Well, F1, I'm sorry I asked. It sounds like it wasn't the most exciting Thanksgiving for you, but I saw some people in the chat asking what you did, and I thought I'd ask. So that sounded actually very depressing to me. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I wasn't depressed. I was perfectly fine. Again, it was just another day.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
I didn't
fair
realize Mikey didn't drink, so
no,
otherwise I
bro,
wouldn't
I'm-
have challenged him to a drink off.
Oh, that's okay. Mikey's Mikey's been around the ringer as far as drinking. Mikey does not drink anymore. So,
Drinking, drugging, you name it, I've done it.
so
You would whip my ass in a smoke off for sure.
Yeah. All right, F1. Thank you for
Have a good
calling,
night,
my
buddy.
friend. Have a good rest of the night, and I will talk to you soon, my friend. Oh, shit. I just hung up on him. God damn it. I didn't mean to do that. My bad. Sorry, Frank. I didn't mean to hang up on you. Somebody I would fucking hang up on, though. Are you familiar? I only know, I'm weird. Like, sometimes I'll look at somebody, like a lot of like celebrities or things like that. Sometimes I look at them and I just decide I don't like them.
Yeah.
Their
Their face makes me angry.
They just bother me. I just don't like them. And
Their
one of the
voice
people
can make me angry. Like there's some people out there like that for me.
One of the people I've always felt that way about, and I've actually never even really seen this person do an interview, anything like that. Just know this person from Sex. Is it Sex in the City or Sex and the City? Sex and the City?
I think it's Sex.
I think it's
don't know.
Sex
Sex
and
in
the
the
City.
City. I thought it was
Actually,
Sex
no.
in the City.
Oh no, it's Sex and the City. Okay, so it's in the news story. Anyway, so this chick, have you seen this girl before? She's a woman. I hate saying that. Cynthia Nixon. Have you seen this?
God, I
lady
hate
before?
that bitch.
Yeah, I don't know anything about her other than having. Every time I see her, she's just got one of those faces that just kind of like I
Isn't she
look at her
doing
and
some
go,
political shit? She was. I don't get that show. Like there was 1 out of 3 of them girls that were hot. Or, no, there
yeah.
was 4 girls, right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
Sarah
think I've
Jessica
watched.
Parker. Sarah Jessica Parker, the horse face, she wasn't good looking. That girl we just saw right there, she ain't good looking. And then
Okay.
there was the tall blonde that was the sex addict. I loved her. She was voluptuous.
Kim
and
Kim
hot.
Cattrall, I know her.
Yeah,
'Cause she
and
was
then
that-
there was the cute brunette that always dated the weird guys.
Okay,
And
so
she
I
was
never.
real good looking too.
All
So
right,
two
so
for two. Half
2 out of
ugly,
4.
half good looking.
Yeah, I never watched. I've not watched one single episode of that show. I actually don't. I don't really get off on New York City like based shows, like stuff where the whole show is kind of New York City centric. I don't give a
Yep.
fuck about New York City. Nothing personal to people from New York. I don't give a shit about it. I don't care about Manhattan. I don't. You're the fact that there's
over.
it's
I
the
went
it's
there
the biggest.
for the 4th of July, and it was cool and everything, but I don't know.
Just the whole, you know,
Smelled like shit.
moxie of New York City and Times Square, and it's the business district. It's so like Good Morning Football, which I love. I know I bust their balls a lot, but in Good Morning Football, they're always kind of like bragging's not the right word. They're just kind of like, I don't know. They just think the fact that they're in New York City is so fucking cool. And to me, it's just like, it's not. I don't care. It's just another city you live in that just happens to have a lot of media and a lot of people. It doesn't make you any more special. I get maybe you're a melting pot with a lot of people, and that's part of might make it a little bit interesting and unique, but it's just like every other fucking city. Maybe with more food and more crime. It's just so there's no allure for me to watch stuff like Sex and the City. I really don't understand it. That's why that show, Mikey, not hot chicks.
Come on after Sopranos.
Yeah, not hot chicks about a city I don't give a fuck about, and actually, frankly, get annoyed when it's like, ooh, look when that's the central of it. Like I don't care.
There used to be like some sex scenes and like a stray boob you'd catch every once in a while.
Okay, so you were young enough that when that show was on, that you were like, all right.
Yeah.
Well, she played Miranda Hobbs on Sex and the City and the spin-off and Just Like That, which is what I guess was what they called it.
And she's like some type of politician or wannabe politician, though, right?
She ran for governor of New York, and she's decided not to get out of the political arena. Well, she's now moved on to activism, Mikey. She's really, you're going to be really impressed by her. Well, you know, there's the war going on over in Gaza between Israel and Hamas.
Oh, yeah.
Nugget Man asked Dumb, did you lot like Friends? I liked Friends when I was little because of when I was younger, teenager, late teens, early 20s, because of Rachel. That's why I watched Friends. Jennifer Aniston's nipples. That's why I watched Friends.
Man, they're always THOs.
Yes, always. I mean, that's literally, you take her off that show, I'd have zero interest in watching that show. It did have its funny moments, but... speaking of that, did you know, I just found this out today. You ever watch Dayline? And that guy, Keith Morrison? Who does that sing-songy type of talking.
Yes.
That's Matthew Perry's that just died. It's his stepdad.
No shit.
Yeah, no idea. Just found that out today. Anyway, that's a side note there. But anyway, back to this lady who's now an activist, this Cynthia Nixon or whatever, Cynthia Nixon. She is going on a hunger strike, Mikey, to call for a ceasefire in Gaza. Now, you went on a little bit of a hunger strike for yourself. How many days did you go without eating? How many total hours in a row without eating anything?
24, 40, probably 60 hours, 70.
5 straight days plus, no food, just water.
No, 60 hours. Wait. No,
Yeah.
60 hours is only 24 hours in a day.
48 hours is 2. Oh, yeah, I'm an idiot. What a horrible math. I don't know where did I go?
You did it. No, you divided by 12. You thought it was a 12-hour day.
There you go. I'm an idiot.
So 2.5 days, maybe close to 3.
All right. So, okay, perfect. So this woman, you actually outlasted what her planned hunger strike is. Now, hunger strike is supposed to be until the thing you're striking for gets accomplished. Yes. So in her case, she would not eat until there is an actual ceasefire in Gaza. So the war stops. So that's
God, I
what
hope there's
she's.
a video of her like eating a Twinkie or shoving a cheeseburger in her face.
No, Mikey, her hunger strike, it's an organized strike that's only organized to last 5 days. Now,
Okay.
she's decided she's only going to take part in 2 days of the hunger strike. Is this the biggest load of fucking horseshit you've ever heard? I mean, you've got to be
Yes.
fucking kidding me. So I actually have a quick little interview of her talking about her quote, hunger strike, the 2 days that it's going to last.
You know, we just had Thanksgiving. It's a big holiday, and then we have many more holidays coming in December. And so the week after Thanksgiving is a time for people to be distracted and unfocused. And there's been so much momentum building to stop the bombing, to stop the killing in Gaza, all across this country and in so many countries across the world. And we wanted to make sure that people didn't lose sight of it in this week of distraction. And we are hunger striking as a way of amplifying that, yes, that Palestinians are being bombed and killed, but they're also being starved, and so many of them are on the brink of starvation.
So there you go. 5-day hunger strike, which is literally, to me, just not eating for a couple days, and that's it. I mean, that's a fast. That's called a long fast.
Yeah, that's called a long weekend of partying.
Yeah, well, I mean, who in the world do you... Exactly. I mean, you rip a couple rails, you don't need to eat for 5 days if you can get away with it, and you have 1 or 2 a day, you'll be good to go. You don't need to...
Every time you get hungry, just do a little bumperooski.
Yeah, you'll reset, you forget all about it. So yeah, I saw this story, and I was actually kind of disgusted by it, because I feel like it's just... Well, I understand that she's not like this big Hollywood actress trying to get... I don't think she's trying to get attention. I think her intentions are good, but it's just kind of lame.
Silly. Oh yeah,
It's lame.
I was distracted the whole time by that snaggletooth on the left side of her mouth.
There you go. Well, maybe that's why she's not eating. She's got to get that tooth extracted or something. She's having a hard time eating. All right. The dude, Carrie from Rochester, good to see her. She says Cynthia Nixon was her least favorite character on Sex and the City. I agree. Harry Sweet.
Quick. Okay, go ahead.
Harry Sweet said the only momentum this chick is bringing is on the way to sleep. I think that was to the reference she was saying about keeping momentum to on the activism in there. So let's see.
Hey, dude, I'm sorry. I love you.
Wow, an unexpected apology. Nice. Look at that. See, look at that. Very good. I knew that would come eventually. All right. Vlad T says,
I hate that you're right.
I know. Vlad T says how quickly Ukraine was forgotten. No, well, I don't know it's forgotten. I think they're still getting plenty of aid. It's not getting the coverage it was getting in the news now that Israel and Hamas are going toe to toe, and there's children being blown up every day. A little bit different story. Even though they did have the hospital blow up in Ukraine too, so I'm not trying to, all the horrible things Russia's been doing there too. And I felt like that. I mean, they have to cover what's current too. Like I understand there's the war in Ukraine, but this is like it's fresh. Of course they're going to cover it now.
And it's unfolding also, like as it happens.
Yeah, and there's also it involves an age-old battle between Jews and Palestinians. I mean that's a battle older than the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
And
original
maybe
battle, like the first battle.
Yeah. So I'm sure there are plenty of people fighting in the Caucasus and stuff, or up in Ukraine and Russia back when it was all connected and there was no, who knows what it was, because that's what Russia always says. The Ukraine is actually part of Russia. It's Russian land. That's why they're in there. They're trying to take it back and have it be part of it. Blah 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 bullshit. It's all strategy stuff to be closer to the Crimea. It's all a bunch of crap. So, all right, let's see here. I'm just checking in the chat here. You guys are sometimes see guys. I love in the chat. They're good. They're all actually talking about what we're talking about tonight. That's good for stuff.
Nice.
Good job, guys. I like it. It's good stuff.
Thank you for taking your Adderall today.
Stay on track. Oh, that's funny. All right. I think we're going to take a quick break. when we come back from break, I have some other stories to talk about here. I kind of a couple crazy stories, actually, that kind of blew my mind, both of them when I saw them earlier. Obviously, we need to get, it is Tuesday, so we have to get our fantasy football updates in. And then I just got a couple quick hitter, just kind of goofy stories in there that we'll talk about after the show, or excuse me, after fantasy football. Second hour is always happy hour here on Another Dumb Show. Grab your delis, grab your whatever you're doing, your wine, your smoke, whatever you guys do. Get those up, put the kids in the bedroom, tell them to go sleep, do all that shit. Get them, let's just put them to bed early. You know what I'm saying? Just get those kids to sleep. They were up enough during Thanksgiving. Time to go to bed. Time for mommy and daddy to have a little bit of the little hoochie woochie and a little bit of mokey wokey to enjoy the rest of the night. A little decompress after a long day. So remember, second hour is always happy hour here on Another Dumb Show. Hey, if you've not already taken a second to hit the thumbs up on the tonight's video, what the fuck's wrong? Your thumb broken? It's just this simple. Just do it. You take the thumb and hit it on the thumb. If you got one, hit it. If you got fat thumbs, use your tiny little fingies and hit that thumbs up button. I know I saw Scott78 in there giving everybody a hard time about it. Hit that button, guys. What are you waiting for? We'll be right back on Another Dumb Show. Sit tight. right, welcome back. We are here, issue number 142. Glad to have you guys here. I hope you guys are having a wonderful evening. I am chilling like a villain here tonight. Vlad T says, seeing Dumb being happy and smiling makes me smile. You get it, bro. Well, thank you. I'm having a good time tonight. I'm enjoying myself. I hope you guys are having a nice time tonight as well. Let's see here. Where did we leave off? I saw neighbor Dave saying that in the chat. What is this? There we go. I saw neighbor Dave saying in the chat that he spent the break in the Discord checking out all the pictures in the Not Safe for Work channel that we were talking about earlier. So big ups to him. Don't blame him for doing that. Let's see here. Where did I leave off with my stuff to talk about? Oh, I tell you what. Speaking of Neighbor Day, it is Tuesday after all. So you guys know what that means. It is officially time for... That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is Tuesday. Every Tuesday, we talk football. We talk the Another Dumb Fantasy Football League. I got to be honest with you guys. I'm not feeling really great about Another Dumb Fantasy Football League anymore. I was last night until about 8 o'clock. I was feeling real good about Another Dumb Fantasy Football team and my chances for this season. However, not looking so good right now, Mikey. You and I are. Oh, hold on.
Choir,
Sorry,
brother.
sorry, I forgot to turn your mic on. What?
Oh,
Say it again.
you're preaching to the choir, brother.
Yeah. I had high hopes for
I'm
this season.
officially 0-11 in my big money league, and I've only got 3 dubs or 4 dubs in this league.
So we talk a lot about football here, and we talk like we know a lot about football, but I can't believe. Well, you know what? I was thinking about my team today. I had Aaron Rodgers as my starting quarterback. Justin Jefferson was my starting wide receiver. Darren Waller is my starting tight end. I believe those were my first 3 picks, if I'm not mistaken. I picked Jefferson first. Pretty sure I picked Rodgers second. And then I'm pretty sure I picked Waller third because I was really expecting Waller to have a huge year with the Giants because he was going to they have no wide receivers. So he was going to be the whole focus of their offense. Then he hurt his ankle, I think, at the beginning of the year, and then he blew out his hamstring. So double hammies wiped me out this year and an Achilles. By the way, have you heard the rumors that Aaron Rodgers may not have actually torn his Achilles? And this is bullshit that he's going to be back by December? Have you heard this new rumor?
Yeah, that it was a fake. It wasn't a full tear, maybe just a partial tear. It didn't really need that super surgery or anything like that. Just kind of like heal and then, no way.
Okay. So you think he actually tore it all the way through and he's just having some sort of miracle recovery? Well,
no, he had that different surgery that's supposed to be the quicker recovery.
Yeah, I did see like a graphic of what his actual surgery was supposed to be. Aaron Rodgers surgery. I think I saw a video of it. Oh, actually, here, perfect. This is exactly what I was looking for. This is supposedly what they did to his. Is that a video I saw? Hold on one sec. Let me see if I can find that. Give me one sec. I swear I saw a little video. Anyway. So
they're showing the graphic and everything like that of the surgery, right?
Yeah. So here's actually what the graphic I'm talking about. It's so that's what a torn Achilles supposedly looks like all the way torn all the way through.
Yeah, you can see like that's where the top part bounces up.
Yeah, that's why
for that Dolphins player that tore his thing this weekend too. You can see it. The first step that he took, bro, it snap.
I know. I forgot to pull that. That was one of the most. That was a crazy one. I mean, that looked worse than Rodgers. The way it snapped up, it like rolled up like a blind would roll up like and they go flying up like that, like the old vinyl blinds. That's what it reminded me of. That's I guess this super surgery he had or whatever was something to do with the way they put this wire this strand through and then connect it down and anchor it down at the bottom there. I guess they put in like another screw on the other side where that other hole is in the bone. But still, even so, I don't understand how in this short a period of time that tendon is going to grow back together and be football ready. I'm
guessing a bunch of fucking
stem cells. Ooh, you're breaking up a little bit. That was weird.
Yeah, you got a little frozen there too for a second. I was like, what the hell's going on? There's not even a graphic up.
Yeah, well, I haven't even brought it up yet. What do you mean there's no graphic up? When I showed it?
It usually slows down when you have your little name tag underneath you with the Twitter and the Instagram thing.
Gotcha, I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, everything's being weird right now.
Bumper. Is it called a bumper?
It's title. Lower third.
A title?
Yeah.
Okay.
Title, yeah.
What's a bumper? Top left?
A bumper is when we go in and out of break, that little Another Dumb Show thing that plays.
Okay. What's that thing in the top left of the screen?
Bug.
A bug. Okay. I had the wrong B word.
That's all right. You're on the right track at least. All right. So let's get into this. Let's get into it. Let's speaking of graphics, let's get into the season.
Let's start in the basement. Yay.
Well, I was just about to say, down at the bottom of the barrel, we have the Skull Crusher team owned by Mikey, who are now 4-8. Last week in 12th place, still remaining in 12th place. Top performer Joshua Dobbs, despite, what do you have, 4 interceptions yesterday?
Yep, and chances are he's not going to be starting for me in 2 weeks because Kevin O'Connell was not committed to him being the starter moving forward.
Yeah. Well, we could play around and fuck this whole league up, I think, at this point if we want to. We should just start messing around and doing trades. You want Jordan Love, and we'll try to figure out you don't have any good running backs, though. I need a good running back.
What, dude, I'll trade you Hawk and Bijan Robinson.
Bijan Robinson. Oh, Hawk and Bijan Robinson. Ooh, now that's a. Now, do you think the Vikings?
If I traded you Hawk, Wooey would find me and drag me out of my house and beat me within an inch of my life with a crescent wrench. I guarantee it.
If I gave you Justin Jefferson, he would lose his mind too, because that's all he's wanted all year is Justin Jefferson. He's wanted Waller and Justin Jefferson.
He sent me so many trade offers, I don't even respond to him anymore.
I don't think I've responded to any of them except for two of them.
I love you, Wooey, but I leave you on red.
Here's a message from Chris K. He says, Aaron faked the injury because he thought the Jets would be good enough to get into the playoffs and he could just skip the regular season. That's a pretty bold move by him. I don't think that is well. Doesn't he have to play, or did he do it just did it to fuck the Packers over? Because didn't he have to play like half the snaps this year for them to get the draft picks they're supposed to get or something like that?
Conditional pick changes from like a 6th to a 3rd or something like that. I can't remember. Or if he gets to the playoffs or goes to the Super Bowl, it turns into a 2nd or a 1st round pick, something like that. Like it's all incentive laden contract.
Yeah. All right, so here we go. So back to the graphics here. We have you're going to be playing Sent from My iPhone this week. Let's see, who'd you lose to this week? You lost to
the Acarians.
Aegean Acarians. Oh, you got whooped, man. 108.26 to 81.9. A very low scoring.
Yeah, bro. I had another negative posted by my defense.
Oh, that explains it. Okay. Well, I can't really say too much because where are we at here? I'm sorry. I am also now down at the bottom with you. Not quite as bad of a record, but I am down to 11th place with the 5-7 Another Dumb team, with my top performer being Baltimore Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson. Oh, by the way, Mikey, real quick, do you think the Vikings are going to tank the season now?
No.
You don't think so?
We still play the Lions twice.
Right.
We can still absolutely win the North. Our defense is still pretty much top 7 in all statistical categories.
Right, but they're actually. I didn't realize that your defensive end is leading the league in sacks. What's his name?
Yeah, Danielle Hunter.
Danielle Hunter. That's right.
It's spelled Danielle though.
That's okay. So Danielle Hunter. Okay, that's I think what was confusing me when I called him Daniel. I didn't know. But if they start that, what's his name? Jared Hall. The quarterback.
Jaron Hall, the rookie.
Jaron Hall, the rookie that got knocked out after one drive. And that's why Josh Dobbs. By the way, Josh Dobbs has now been dubbed the astronaut after last night's game. They've dropped the P, and he's just the astronaut.
I like it.
But like with two S's, ass.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, let's be real. There was 4 turnovers last night. 3 of those interceptions, or 2 of those interceptions for sure, hit receivers right in the fucking hands.
Yeah, I mean, that Jordan Addison one was real bad. That was a really bad one. The second one is questionable, down the one that came off down towards the ground. That was but he was trying to put it down so the guy could make a play on it without getting killed. So he was trying to protect his receiver. So really not a bad throw in that sense. But yeah, if they start that Hall dude, though, do you think they're going to have a chance? Do you think their defense, or because they're the same situation that the Browns are in. Great defense.
I think
offense can't get shit done.
I think they're realizing that if we have this rookie, why don't we put him in and see what the chemistry is like? Because obviously we have a decision to make on Kirk Cousins coming up in the offseason. We've got to sign Kirk Cousins, we've got to sign Justin Jefferson, and we've got Christian Darrisaw coming up for a contract the year after that. So that's 3 giant stars that it's going to be really top heavy. I'm hoping that this is the season where Kirk Cousins goes, you know what? I've been with you guys for 4 or 5 years now. It's been fully guaranteed money. Let me take a little bit of a pay cut and bring in some weapons.
Maybe. He's made so much money. He's made so much money. He has had amazing deals too. So he can afford to do that.
He was the first quarterback to go into what's it called, and say, I want fully guaranteed money or I'm not playing.
Is it Washington, right? Is that when he got the first big contract? Didn't he get
no? Washington did sign him, but he didn't have fully guaranteed money from Washington.
But he got a gigantic contract from them, didn't he? Just like $125 million contract or something nuts like that.
He did, and then he got $28 or $33 million a year fully guaranteed from Minnesota.
So what would you rather they keep Dobbs in or put this guy back in? I would rather.
I like Dobbs.
I would honestly, yeah. I feel the same way.
Yeah, keep the Dobbs father, but use him to his advantage. I'm sorry, but we lost that game not because of Dobbs' play or the defense or the offense or anything like that. It was all coaching.
Oh, just bad play calling.
Bad play
defense. Yeah, that was that prevent that they.
That last drive was horrible. We do that every fucking time. I don't get it.
We were texting about this too. Is that bend don't break defense? Because I think wasn't he our defensive coordinator at one point? Am I crazy? Because
I don't think he was.
I swear, I think he was, because we had the same bend don't break defense that I hate. I swear, I could have sworn maybe there was just talk about him coming here, and that's what I'm thinking about. I could have sworn that he was.
Oh yeah, no, this is all from 2023. He was interviewing for that job.
Okay. For some reason, I thought that he had been here at one point before, but okay, maybe not. But either way, we had another defensive coordinator. I don't remember who it was. It was the same thing. Bend don't break. Let him push you down to the 40. Then shut them down before they get to field goal range or get the touchdown.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It never works.
But you're down by 1 fucking point, or you're up by 1 point. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
playing that defense. You've been blitzing Justin Fields all night. He's been under pressure. He's been sacked a bunch. He's been hit.
Fumbling.
There's been no deep passes really, and we just go into a shell coverage where we're showing 7 on the line, and everyone runs the opposite direction when the fucking ball snapped.
It's pretty bad. Speaking of that, it looks like my Madden team. I lost 31-0 today. I did a game.
You're still playing on all Madden.
On all Madden, of course I can't. And now I will never go back.
You have to keep it. Yep.
Because I want to. I have not won one single match on all Madden. Not one. Not even close.
And you're playing online against other people?
No. This is just these solo battles against the computer.
Yeah, your franchise, yeah.
No, not the franchise. In the Madden Ultimate Team, they have this thing called solo battles, where it basically imitates an online game against a person.
Okay.
But because even they act weird and call weird plays sometimes and do weird shit like the computer people or the actual like online opponents will do. So it's a little bit. It's almost like practicing for online. Because I really can't play online because they play so weird. It makes me so fucking mad and they have these outrageous like middle linebacker. They put safeties at middle linebacker somehow, and they're able to run all over the fucking field and intercept the ball. Like I threw 4 interceptions today. It's ridiculous. And they're making interceptions on plays that exact same throws that my guys won't break on the ball on, and I cannot figure out how to get it to happen. It's fucking driving me crazy. So
yeah, it sounds frustrating. I wouldn't want to play that.
So by the way, yes, Mikey, and I see Chris with a nice super fan donation there. Thank you, Chris. He said, "Dumb, since you're eliminated, just let me get the W this week for the greater good of his $100." Oh no, we're playing spoiler now, buddy. And I did forget to mention that.
Mikey,
Mikey,
I would love to ruin some shit. I know. I got to send you $100.
That, and not only that, you and I are both officially eliminated from playoff contention.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's why I said it's time to just start doing whatever we want and time to play spoiler. So there we go. 11th
listen
place.
here, League. We all know how much Dumb hates American cheese. So if anyone wants to make any deals to try it so we can watch him, I mean, I'm going to love eating American cheese and Snickers. Like that ain't no thing. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to gobble it all up. It's going to be delicious. But would you rather watch somebody that's enjoying it, or would you rather watch somebody that's dry heaving all over themselves?
I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. We don't need to gang up on me. We don't need ganging up on Dumb. I'm playing spoiler this week, damn it. That's the plan from now on. That's it. Fine. We're going to ruin your team then too. I lost this week to neighbor Dave's team, Bone Crusher, 130 to 120. Honestly, the only reason I lost is because DJ Moore last night went off. DJ Moore had his best game of the fucking season last night.
Yep.
I was leading by 16 points. Fucking DJ Moore pulls off 22.4 points. So I end up losing.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
He had a couple big receptions.
Yeah, so maybe I wasn't quite as close as I thought I was, or was closer than I thought. But yeah, you and I are now both officially eliminated from the playoffs.
If we finish 11 and 12, we're both eating the Snickers.
Well, I don't know about that. If I end 11, I ain't.
Well, if you finish 12 and I'm in 11th, for solidarity, I'll eat them with you.
All right, I like that. That's fine. Okay, cool. You just want to eat them, you weirdo. All right, moving on.
Try it.
10th place, we have the Maru Raiders, Jerry's team. They took an L this week. They lost to Pat Wooey's team, a big L, 150 to 103. Let's see who he had. Josh Allen went off for the Wooeys. And you'll see the Maru Raiders, Jerry's top performer, still Patrick Mahomes, quarterback from the Chiefs. Speaking of the Chiefs, Mikey, did you see Tay-Tay has officially moved into Travis Kelce's house? The new mansion that he just bought.
The house that he just bought for her because it's further away from people and they won't be creeping on him?
Basically, yeah. So she's going to be moving in.
So what you're telling me is Travis is one more step to fucking retiring after I just blew up my next 3 years.
It's starting to look that way. They're getting pretty close, bud. It's looking that pretty.
Yep. I traded away fucking Ayuk, and I could have tagged him.
You got one more season with him, maybe 2 at the most, I think. So I think he'll probably stick around for another season. The Chiefs will try to, if they win this year, obviously they'll try to run it back, as they say. But they got to get past those dreaded Eagles, B4's Eagles.
I cannot believe. Flat. Go Birds, go.
There you go.
That one was for you, B4.
I love that team. I like the Eagles, man. I love those throwbacks they were wearing the other night.
The Kelly Greens.
Yeah, I love it. It was so cool to see one of their players named Cunningham on the back too. It looks so neat. It was the wrong number, but at least it looked pretty cool. Jerry is he's in 10th place. He was in 9th place last week. He's dropped a spot after his loss to Pat Wooey. He'll face neighbor Dave next week. This week, go cup yourself with a big win over the Ocean Gate Titans. One of the teams finally breaking that winning streak. Ocean Gate Titans had won 8 in a row, and Go Cup Yourself was able to take them down in a big win, 146 to 114. So good, congratulations, good job. I know Pat Wooey was happy to see that, and probably also John Gruden's Gmail. A couple people happy to see that. He still holds on to Stephon Diggs, who dropped a couple spots. He was up towards 3rd, I think, and now he's down to 7th. But we will have Go Cup Yourself facing Ocean Gate Titans next week. Sent from my iPhone. Dropped down to 8th place from 7th after the loss to Agugula, 141 to 99. Justin Herbert, though, has been moving up. Was he moved up? I think he moved up in the rankings. But either way, they dropped a spot down to 5-7 in 8th place, facing
I think
Mikey's
he dropped.
team.
I think he fell down. I think Herbert
Yeah,
fell
Herbert.
down from where he was
I
because
take
he's
that
been
back.
taking a shit the last couple of weeks.
That's what I was just going to say. That's why I misspoke. I think because he had been. I'm confusing him with another quarterback. All right, so moving on into 7th place, we have Judge Judy. That's Austin's team. They have now fallen to 6-6 after a big loss to John Gruden's Gmail. They got whooped 135-78, lowest scoring team this week. Their highest scoring player was Montgomery with 15.1 points. So Austin fallen to 7th place, but not out of playoff contention just yet. Only Mikey and I have been eliminated just yet. Next week he'll face GK's team, the AG and Akirians, to see. Puka Nakua has been plummeting, by the way. He started out at the top of the fantasy points, and now he's all the way down to 28. So I just mentioned to Google there. They won this week over Sent From My iPhone. Big win for them, 141 points. Big time scoring team. I think they have 2 people. Brad L has 2 players in the top 10 with Jalen Hurts and Keenan Allen. So some good drafting by him there. But he's moved up 2 spots with his top performer being Philly quarterback Jalen Hurts, who I gotta tell you, I fucking love that guy. He's great.
I can't stand him.
Really? What don't you like about him?
I didn't like that he wasn't smiling after the game and everything like that. Like, you just won game of the year against the Buffalo Bills. You rushed the last touchdown and celebrate with your squad. Don't mope around like a little bitch and say we could have played so much better.
No, I like that. It shows that they're seeking excellence, and the fact that they didn't drive down. To score
just
touchdown,
like I
had
don't
to
like that he
rely
has
on
his background picture on his phone is him watching the Chiefs celebrate the Super Bowl. Like, that shit's corny as fuck, dude.
I don't think that's corny at all. I think that's these guys need to stay motivated to be excellent, to be top of the top of the top, cream of the crop. That's not
$100
easy.
million. That ain't motivation enough.
No, I think these guys would be doing this. They're just taking that money because they know they can get it right now. If nothing ever changed and they were still getting $100,000 a year, they'd still be out there fucking killing themselves.
I think some of them would. I think some of them look at it like it's an actual job to collect money, though.
Oh, of course. Like Jadeveon Clowney is an example of somebody who's just out there collecting paychecks. He's just like a mercenary. He doesn't care who he plays for, what team he's on. He just wants to go make some money. He doesn't care if you win, lose.
Like Yannick Ngakoue is like that too.
Okay. So who is that? What does he do? Who is he? Yannick Ngakoue.
Another defensive end.
Defensive end. Okay.
Ravens for a bunch of years. Jacksonville, Minnesota, Dallas, or not Dallas. New York, I think, or Philly right now. I can't remember.
Yeah, so and I could be wrong about Clowney, but that's just the vibe I get from him, because he refused to go in on certain plays for the Browns allegedly last year and stuff like that. So I don't really like that kind of attitude. That's why I like Jalen Hurts. Like him and Kelsey was doing the same thing. That field goal went through. Both of them were just shaking their head because they know they shouldn't.
They wanted the touchy.
They're not going to win in the playoffs relying on a 49-yard field goal in the fucking rain against the Chiefs or the 49ers or the Cowboys. It's just not going to do it.
Because let's be real, the Bills are a little bit of a pushover.
Well, the Bills are whatever. The Bills are so unpredictable. You can't really gauge a win other than the fact that they're a pretty good team, and I would argue the AFC is a little better than the NFC.
Stacked.
Arguably. So they know they need to be better. They need to be able to whoop an AFC team if they want to go to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl. They need to do that in the regular season. So that's why they were shaking their head.
That's a crazy stat for Jalen Hurts. That the dude's 13-0 in his last 13 games against teams with a winning record. Like
pretty impressive.
That's a legit stat.
And you know me, I gauge quarterbacks by fourth quarter comebacks. I mean, I really do. That's my benchmark. And they did it. It was overtime, I guess. But didn't they go down to kick a field goal and tie it too, or is it the other way? The Bills tied it. I can't remember. The Bills tie it, and that sent it to overtime, or I can't remember.
No, the Eagles kicked that 49-yard field goal.
So that's what sent it to overtime? Oh, and then how'd they end up scoring the win? Was it a long throw or a run? I don't remember how they actually won the game.
Jalen Hurts from the 13-yard line.
That's
Little
right.
quarterback draw.
So that's
Little
what.
boot
So
scoop boogie off to the left.
that's what they wanted to do in regulation. You know what I'm saying? That's why they were shaking their head, because like, okay, so they can come
Well,
back.
you had
And
Kelsey with 2 false starts in the same drive.
yeah, that was weird. That was really
That
weird.
dude looked so gassed.
That was yes, well, I think he had to take a shit. Did you see he ran off after in between fourth quarter? He had ran to the bathroom. So I saw a fucking hilarious clip of them talking about on New Heights, him and Travis talking about away team shitters and how Jason is strategic with his dumps if there's only like 2 stalls at the away team. So like he knows that there's a whole line of people there, you know, getting ready to go, because a lot of dudes, that's their pregame ritual, is a big dump right before the game. That we had a couple dudes on my team that did that same thing. That was like
Well, why
their big.
wouldn't you? Like, I'd want to make sure that I clear out my system like that, because I'm gonna get popped once and a little Hershey Kiss gonna pop out.
I don't know. I usually didn't eat before games and stuff like that because I was worried about that, and I don't know. I just wasn't eating before games or anything, so I never had to go. It was never a problem for me. But yeah, there were a few dudes that was their big thing. So, all right, back to the fantasy football. Let's see. Moving on, the Aegina Carrion 6-6. They got the win over Mikey this week. Moved up to 5th place from 6th place, essentially eliminating another dumb team. Their top performer, Tyreek Hill, the Cheetah, 2nd place. He got a little bit knocked up this week, a little banged up. I think he got not knocked up, he's not pregnant. He got a little banged up, tweaked his ankle this week. So I think we'll see how he comes out, if he can hang up there, stay up there in 2nd place in the points. Aegina Carrions, they'll be facing Judge Judy next week, Austin's team. And let's see here. Now we move on to Neighbor Dave's team, 4th place. Last week they were in 5th. They moved up a spot after their big win over another Dem team this past week, thanks to DJ Moore, the fuckface. DJ Moore actually scored so many points this week, he has moved. Hey, animals, get away from the camera. Stop. Bert, get. He has actually moved up to be the top performer on Bone Crusher team. Their next opponent is the Mara Raiders, Jerry's team. Let's see, Bone Crusher, by the way, Neighbor Dave. Speaking of Neighbor Dave, I haven't heard from him in a while. There was a point in time where he...
Or in the... I saw him in the chat or on the Discord at some point.
Okay, well, I mentioned him earlier. He was in the Discord looking at all the nudies. And then I remember a while back he talked about wanting to do Mikey's McDonald's Challenge. And then saw how much food it was and did like a test run and said there's no chance of me being able to do that. But he's willing to take on the... guys, get away from the camera. Get. Or he's... I totally lost what I turned to thought with Neighbor Dave. Oh, he also wanted to take on the Taco Challenge. But I think it just costs a lot of money. Neighbor Dave's still willing to pay for it if you want to do it. Just send me an email. Let me know the best day that works for you or a time or whatever, because I'd love to have you come on and try the Taco Bell Challenge. See how many tacos you can get down, how quickly. All right, so you'll see Neighbor Dave. He's playing our Mara Raiders next week. Now we're moving on to our 3rd place team. Boy, it's getting really good, tight up here at the top. You saw Neighbor Dave was 6-6 and 4th, and now we get into the top tier teams. 3rd place, Ocean Gate Titans, after their 8-game winning streak comes to an end. They dropped to 3rd place after being in 1st. Dak Prescott, just blowing up lately. He's taken the points lead on their team up to 8th place overall in the fantasy points for the whole league. His next opponent, John Gruden's Gmail, that is Brad H. He is going to be taking on, they're going to be facing each other next week. This is going to be a big battle, Mikey. We got our 2nd place and our 3rd, or wait, is that wrong? What do I have here? Did I screw up something? Oh, no, I'm sorry. I always mix up the Ocean Gate Titans and the Aegina Carrions because they have the Ocean Gate Titans, I think, blue, even though they're not blue. They're like, they got the dog logo, so they're brown or whatever. So I always mix the two of them up. So this week is a big week for the people up at the top. We got the 3rd place team facing the 2nd place team. Both of them 8-4. And then also up at the top in 8-4 is our 1st place team, the Wooies. So there's going to be, basically we'll find out if Wooey wins this week, he could essentially, I think, lock up a playoff spot. Basically, he might take take the lead and get. I think he could actually take a spot, lock up a spot this week if he wins, because one of those guys is going to lose. So there's really going to be a big kind of switch as far as the standings go. Because if you take a look at the standings, Wooey's are 8-3. We have our second and third place teams facing each other. So one of those is going to drop to 5 losses. And if Wooey wins, he's going to go up to 9 wins and 3 losses. So that's going to look really good for him. So he is really, he's got to love this. He's got to get a big win this week. So
I was just trying to do math, and I was like, there's a way I can get into the playoffs. And then I said the little E next to my name.
Yes, that's what that's. Oh, sorry, I hit the wrong button. I didn't mean to do that. That's what that E does down there, down next to another dumb team, and Skull Crusher. Mikey and I have both officially been eliminated from any playoff contention. We are officially out. So good luck to, oh, by the way, speaking of football, I was thinking, even though we're this late into the season, I don't know why we do all this betting. I don't know why we don't do a segment where you and I do picks for the week. And
we should be doing that.
Yeah, I don't know why we don't do that. It's so fucking dumb that we don't do that. So I think we'll start that this Thursday. We'll do picks before the game on the main show, and then we'll see how that goes moving forward for the rest of the year. And then next season we'll actually start at the beginning of the season when we do it. So.
Yeah, and it'll be a nice little competition.
Yeah. All right. Now I did mention I feel like I am kind of starting to get a little bit under the weather. My
eyes hurt.
My throat is starting to get really dry and killing me. So we may end up wrapping a little bit early, but I do have a couple stories before we wrap things up. Oh, real quick, a quick football video that I forgot to play the other day. It ties into us, and because we all we love football here, and I've become an F1 fanatic. I don't know if you've seen this video of Russell Wilson. What do you call him? Mr. what?
Mr. Unlimited.
Mr. Unlimited has he's grabbed onto some F1 stuff. Here he is calling a play here. I don't remember what game this was, but here he is. Did you hear what he just said there?
Yeah, so Max Verstappen.
Yeah, Max Verstappen. Let me boost that, actually, because it's a little hard to
hear. He also said in that game there was another one where he was saying, pizza, pizza.
Was it? Here's that clip again. Well, you can actually hear it now.
He's changing the snap count, so they have to show the blitz.
Is Max Verstappen there? Off the win in Vegas last night. Wilson gets
I thought that was awesome. I love that they did that.
Nice tackle, Cam. You suck.
That was was that the Vikings game? I just noticed it. I looked away. So did you hear that during the game? Did you actually catch him yelling Max Verstappen?
No, definitely did not catch that. Usually I do hear some of that weird stuff.
I caught the
pizza. But it's funny that you played that because I saw like another Bleacher Report thing today, the pizza thing.
I actually saw that during
live?
the game. Yeah, I remember during the game when they said it because I was trying to figure out what that audible is because pizza is for Little Caesars. So is that LC? Left center, some sort of something like that? Like what does LC represent to them? Like what is Little Caesar the name of a play? Or something like that. You know what I mean? Like that's It had to mean something along those lines. What else would pizza mean? Because it's obviously they're talking about Little Caesar, so it's got to be something to do with LC. That's the only thing I can come up with, at least. All right,
a lot better than what I'm coming up with.
Yesterday, we I gave one of the members of the chat, CB, a hard time because not a hard time, but I did a story. Not realizing that it was really old when I first started literally, I saw this story. It was a crazy story. The story about the roaches, the guy that ate all the roaches and died. I didn't realize that was like a 10-year-old story. I didn't realize that at first. But I bring it up because, there's always so many weird things happening in Florida that she was like, she posted that story. So I do have, it never ends. So that's a 10-year-old story about somebody being crazy in Florida. I have a new crazy person in Florida story.
Yes.
This
Second favorite videos behind airplane videos.
this one, unfortunately, there's no video of. If I could find the video of this, I'm hoping somebody does a public information request to be able to get this video. This happened in Clearwater, Florida, on Wednesday, day before Thanksgiving last week, I do believe. This guy named Rudy Wilcox. He's 45 years old, and I look at myself in the mirror. I'm 45. And I look at myself and I go, God, I look old. I look bad. I don't look good. I don't like the way I look. I feel like I'm.
I'd say the same thing too.
I don't
Not
like
about
it.
you, but about myself.
I was gonna say, Jesus, dude, you don't have to. But no. Then I see this guy, who's also 45, and I think, okay, I'm not doing so bad. And obviously, this guy is some sort of meth head. It looks like.
I was about to say, poor dude with the meth problem. He's been picking his forehead off.
That's what it looks like. He's even got it down by his bottom of his chest there. He's got something weird down there on his chest.
He's sunken in cheekbones, look like Skeletor.
Yeah.
His nose been broken. He definitely been headbutted before or punched in the face. That nose is crooked as shit.
So I don't feel so bad about how I look, actually. I'm actually feeling okay. It made me feel better about myself. 45 years old, and I'm not doing too bad. At least I don't look like a fucking meth head. Just a stoner. But the reason I bring this guy up and crazy things that happen in Florida, for some reason, this guy walked right into an intersection on Belcher Road and Willow Tree Trail. So if you're from that area, Clearwater, you'll know. He was seen dropping trowel right in the middle of the intersection, pulled his pants down.
Good place to do that.
And for whatever reason, saw and Carrie will love this, a dead possum, and thought to himself, you know what? Why shit right on the street? Somebody's going to have to come along and clean up this possum. So I'm just going to crouch right over this dead possum. I'm going to shit right on the dead possum. Right in the middle of the intersection.
The possum's not dead.
No, the possum was dead from what I know. That would have been a great story if it wasn't dead and it jumped up and bit him on the balls.
Playing possum, that's what I'm saying. Bit him right in the fucking hood.
That would have been a better story. But just the fact that this guy did that, this story blew my mind. I mean, the stories that come out of Florida, they just get weirder and weirder.
More intense every time, like crazier and crazier.
Here's the actual intersection. Like I said, I'm hoping that the body cam footage from the police who found him. We'll see this guy taking a shit on a dead possum. Now I don't really understand. When the guy denied it when the cops pulled him in for questioning about it. He said that, quote, the officer who witnessed him do it, quote, doesn't see straight, according to the police affidavit. So the police replied,
I was shitting next to the possum, not on the possum. God damn it.
Yes, exactly right. There was physical evidence viewed at the scene which corroborates the allegations alleged. The affidavit noted, which is a fancy way of saying, we found shit on that possum. So it happened. He shit on the possum.
He called shit poop again.
He was charged with exposure of sexual organs and booked at the Pinellas County Jail. So he is a homeless guy, sadly. They say he was not under the influence of any intoxicants at the time of the alleged incident. So just saw a possum. Maybe being a homeless guy, he's been having run-ins with this possum.
Meth make you do some crazy things.
I guess so.
Even if you don't have it in your system anymore, like the withdrawals and stuff like that, like the psychosis that comes with it is unreal.
Didn't you say you actually wore a thing in your carpet or something, or something crazy, like you were walking so much?
When
back
I used
and forth?
I wore a hole in my carpet and there was cigarette holes and stuff because I would just sit at one window and smoke a cigarette, and then I'd go to the next window because the feds were outside. I swear to God, I seen them. They were surrounding the house.
No, why would you think the feds were after you? Because you weren't dealing, so why would the feds care about you? That's what I never understood.
I didn't know either, but I knew they were out there.
It's weird how that's such a strange drug that it makes. I mean, it's all a bunch of fucking chemicals thrown together. So I mean, I guess it's
Yeah, it's just any type of speed did that to me. Anytime I was like using a stem or anything like that, I would pace the same way. Anytime I did speed in like excess, like a giant amount, the paranoia was just through the roof. Like my most like comfortable spot would be like sitting crisscross applesauce. You like that? I didn't use the racial
nice.
term.
There you
I'm
go.
learning.
Cleaned it up.
But I would sit crisscross applesauce like right at one of my like first floor windows. So my eyes would just be peeking over this much. I'd have the blinds pulled down to here and just my eyes would be sticking out. And that's where I would sit for hours, just watching the road.
Smoking meth and smoking cigarettes, just back and forth.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
wow.
that was fun. That's what I thought was fun.
Now, I was just gonna. What was the other question? I was just gonna ask about that. Shit. Never mind. I forgot. Mikey, you were just on an airplane.
Yeah.
Now
you showed a crazy video the other day when I was talking on the phone with somebody, some crazy broad and something like that. I can't remember what it was.
The possessed lady.
Yeah.
Climb over the seats. Yeah, that was a pretty crazy video. And then the ladies that started doing a sermon saying, "Oh, she possessed, y'all," and all this shit. I would have fucking freaked out.
You know what we needed? We needed that Christian gospel singer to sing the fucking demon out of that bitch.
That's right. Two weird churchy things happening on airplanes back to back. What a weird coincidence.
Yeah.
Well, Mikey, something happened on an airplane. Speaking of, we were talking about Russia earlier. A woman was detained in Moscow. She was on a flight from Antalya. I don't know where that is. But so, Mikey, I got to be honest with you. This story feels to me like this would be a dream come true. Well, I'm just going to cut right to the chase. So imagine you're sitting on an airplane and there's this super drunk ass chick next to you. Kind of being a little bit belligerent.
Hey, is she good looking or?
Don't know actually. And in the end, I don't care because what do we always say, Mikey? You never pass up a free blowy, right?
Yeah, but if I'm on an airplane and she's spilling over into my seat, I'm already having a panic attack. So I want this bitch gone.
Well, what's the one thing that might be able to relax you?
A Xanax.
A blowy.
No, dude, it wouldn't even work. Dude, when I'm in the middle of a panic attack, dude, that shit's an innie. It's in so far, it's almost coming out my ass.
Well, either way, this woman has actually now been charged with rape because she forcibly performed oral sex on a man on a flight in Russia. 29-year-old, her name is Valeria. They have no other names.
Venereal disease?
No, valerial disease. She went on a rampage and, quote, orally raped her male neighbor, they call it, or raped the person sitting next to her. The guy tried to fight it at first, and then...
No, stop. No, don't do that. Here, let me help you with my belt. No, don't do that.
Yeah, they say, so you picture, so they say she pulled down his trousers and committed violent acts of sexual nature. Right, which I'm thinking, so... We're talking some deep throating that was happening here. Exactly. She said, and then it says here, later the neighbor stopped resisting. So because at first he's probably, if you're uncomfortable, like you said, you're probably not ready to go. You're not really at attention.
She's sucking on a gummy worm.
So she's just gummying that thing and just swallowing it. And that feels pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
You ever had that done?
Put a wet mouth on it? Absolutely. I remember there's a bunch of times like, it ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. Hey, it'll work. I promise.
Boom,
and then
bang,
bro.
That works every time. That's when the guy stopped resisting, I think. As soon as he realized, okay, this is working for me, I'm going to let this happen. So she did that to him. And unfortunately, though, this was all in the view of other passengers, including children.
Hey.
So they were given a little bit of a wake up, a little bit of a lesson about real life. Or not really, because that doesn't happen in real life where women just rip guys' pants off and blow them. So that's all the parents had to say. What you just saw will never, ever happen ever again in your life. You'll never, ever see this happen again, especially the little boy. It will never, ever happen to you ever again. Don't ever expect to see that happen again. Imagine that's that kid's first experience with sex. Some little boy is just like,
God, dude.
just like, okay, this is how sex is. They rip your pants off and eat your dick. But no, she ended up going crazy. She ended up fighting back when they tried to once she was done, which I'm surprised anybody wanted to touch her, considering they let him finish.
I want to know if she spits or swallows.
I'm assuming swallowed if they were willing to come up and grab her, because another person came and tried to like subdue her. She fought back. She fought with the flight crew, was scratching them and just vaping away while just not doing anything she was supposed to be doing.
Gosh, she sounds so hot.
Yep, she said she quote told the Baza media, which I'm assuming is some sort of Russian media. She said, quote, everything was fine. I had a good time on the plane. Well, that's a little more than that. She was fined 500 rubles, $4.4 pounds, which is like what, $5 over her
I'd imagine so. Oh my God, dude.
Oh man,
I'm going to Russia and jumping on a flight.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I feel like that would be wouldn't be the worst thing that ever happened to me.
Yeah,
by any means. So, all right. I think on that note, I don't know how I'm going to top that story. I have one other.
It's a good ending one. And my eyes are getting so fucking heavy, dude.
Yeah, I know. Everybody thinks you're high.
I don't give a
chat,
fuck. They can all eat my ass.
Chad thinks you're high, my dude. So
yeah, eat my ass.
Yeah, I hope you're not, though. That's all I'm saying. I hope you're not. So
my eyes haven't rolled around once. I'm committed. I'm here. I'm present. I'm talking about stories, but they are closing.
Yeah, you're tired. I can tell you're very tired. You're fighting, falling asleep. So, so having said that, I will let you go get to sleep. Get yourself tucked in there, nice and warm and cozy. Are you guys getting more snow?
No, I think tomorrow and Thursday are going to be in the mid 40s.
That's what's happening here. It's going to all melt. It's going to be like 50 degrees.
Yeah, that's fine. Perfect. I'll slosh around in the mud for the next 2 days. Because let me tell you, dude, today's the day that I've worked outside, and dude, it was fucking cold.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I get the news that I'm probably not going to sales till spring.
Oh, why are they waiting until spring now?
Because their service department's that upside down.
And they don't want to lose their best service guy going into winter. When everything's going to be breaking, and they know you're reliable, and we'll be on call, and we'll do everything. And blah 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 blah. So, all right. Well, do they know about your last little slip up? No, they don't. Okay, cool. I was going to say I didn't know if that had anything to do with it at all. So
no, that's not something that I bring to work. But even if I did bring it to work and tell them, I mean, we're that corporate culture and everything like that. So HR would put me in contact with a therapist and everything like that.
That was what I was wondering, because I know that you are in that corporate culture, and they don't just fire people for that. They actually try to.
No, I got back with my therapist last week. I just talked to my meds lady this morning. We're gonna make a little adjustment to my meds and everything like that.
Ooh,
I'm back
really?
on the alcohol medication.
Good
yeah,
choice.
the only one that I can't get back on is the opiate medication.
Is that why?
Vivitrol.
Why can't you get?
I can't do it. I'd have to go back into an IOP program.
Oh, and you just don't want to do that. So you could do it.
I don't have the time. It's 3 nights a week, 2 hours a night,
Ooh,
6 hours a week.
Well, if that's
and I have
more...
to pay $50 copay per visit, and then I have to pay $400 per shot.
Yikes! Good grief.
So we're talking about it's $150 a week. That's $600 a month. It's $1,000 a month just for the Vivitrol shot. And what did I just lose at work? $1,000 a month.
That's crazy. That is so insane. Who do they think can afford that?
Insurance pays for it for most people.
But yours just doesn't. In this case, for this
I think I think after January 1st it resets, and I think they'll pay for a little bit, but I just think they started denying it. I don't know. There's been a couple times in my life where my insurance company has paid $700,000, $800,000 for me in a year.
Oh, wow. Jesus Christ. Oh, for rehab and stuff? That's how much that shit costs?
Oh, yeah, dude. Like $140,000, $160,000 for 30 days.
What?
Uh-huh.
Why?
The first 7 days of detox were like $12,000, $13,000 a day.
That's a year of college or 2 years of college in some cases. 1 month
wild, dude.
of rehab. That's... Were you going to the one that I see on TV where it's like the beach and it looks like a resort?
Nah, it's in Philly with a bunch of crackheads. But like I said, dude, like it was some of the best food I've ever had in my life. Tempur-Pedic beds. We all had our own TV, our own little headphones and everything like that. A lounge on every floor, pool tables. They had a little gym, everything.
College dorm sounds like shit. You're paying
Pretty
too much
much.
for college shit. Wow, but I mean, honestly, that
It's a business, man. It's not about helping people.
It really isn't. When I hear all this
Yeah,
stuff,
it's all a business.
fucking bullshit.
The same company that makes the medication, the Vivitrol shot.
Yeah,
it's the same company that makes OxyContin.
Of course. That makes so. Is that Pfizer?
No, I think it's big Purdue.
Purdue. That's right. Yeah, Pfizer's the
Sackler
jab,
family.
That's right because I remember watching that.
And Pfizer's Viagra.
Pfizer's Viagra. Nice, good for them then. Long live Pfizer. Long live Pfizer. All right. That's gonna wrap things up for us here on another Dumb Show, issue number 142. Mikey, I love you. I hope you have a great evening.
Love you too, buddy.
Stay out of trouble. I will.
I'm not high, motherfuckers.
Stay warm tomorrow, my dude.
I gave you guys all the warning when the show started too. I said, "Hey, I got a lazy eye today. My fucking eyes hurt."
Yeah, they think that's you prefacing it or getting out ahead of it. Is what I think I read in there. You're saying that because you know you're high, and it's your way to put them at ease, you think, in your high mind. There's a difference.
Like, go back and watch the show where I'm actually high and I'm nodding out and I'm not paying attention and I don't remember shit. And then look at this one where my eyes are just getting heavy and falling asleep. There's a difference between nodding out and falling asleep.
Yeah, there's a difference between being high and just being bored. Two very different. I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. All right. That is going to wrap it up for us tonight, guys. I want to thank everybody for Mikey. Adios. Take it easy.
Love you, buddy.
Night, mate. Love you too, bro. That is going to wrap it up tonight. Thank you to everybody for watching. If you've not taken the second to hit the thumbs up, everybody, I would really appreciate you doing that. Secret ADS Mod said no extra muscle relaxers. I'm assuming no. He says no, then no. So he's shaking his head and said no. There you go. So, all right. So, hey, take him at his word. That's all we can do. Anyway, speaking of partying, if you've been participating in the second hour, happy hour, you know the rules. Don't go anywhere. Stay home, all that good stuff. Of course, you can continue the conversation about Mikey and many other things on the Discord. That's where the show chat will move from here. They go right over to the Discord after the show and they continue the conversation there. So if you guys would like to join them, you can scan the QR code on your screen right now. It takes you right to the Discord. So Chris Keller says he needs to change his team name now that he traded Cooper Kupp. Don't change your fucking team name. No graphics and shit I'll have to go through and change. Don't do it, jerk. Anyway, make sure you guys follow the show. Add Another Dumb Show on X and Instagram. And like I said, make sure you guys like tonight's show. Comment on the video. We would greatly appreciate that. And guys, share these videos. That's one of the ways we're going to help this show to grow. Share it on Instagram, TikTok, wherever you guys like your social media. Share it in other Discords, wherever you guys are at. Share the videos. That way we can get more people watching Another Dumb Show and help the show grow. You guys are the way that will keep growing. There's only so much I can do. I need your guys' help to do that. So, especially the way YouTube works. You know, it's all about spreading the word and interactivity. So make sure you guys like the videos. Make sure you guys comment on the videos. Even if you already watched it, go back, rewatch it, comment on it, and share it with everybody when you're got some free time on your lunch or whatever. Do it for your old pal Dumb. Alrighty, guys, that's going to wrap things up for us tonight. We'll be back live at the main show tomorrow at 7 p.m. I think that's it. I'm out of here. See ya.